The next class of dye is a dispersed dye. So normally the dispersed dyes are used for polyester fabric. So it is non-ionic, insoluble in water, and dyeing of synthetic fibers, polyester, nylon, and cellulose triacetate. Dyeing mechanisms, solid solution theory. Nernst isotherm is followed by this process. And classification of dispersed dyes according to chemical structures: nitro dyes, aminocation dyes, anthraquinone dyes, monoazo dyes, diazo dyes. So these are some important classes of dispersed dyes. Normally dispersed dyes are insoluble in water, and it is very difficult to dissolve the dispersed dyes in water. So now we have to use some dispersing agent to disperse the dye in the dye bath. So normally it is in dispersion form, not in the soluble form. There are different methods are used to apply the dispersed dyes on polyester fabric. Method N, that means normal dyeing method. Method NC is a normal dyeing method with carriers. High temperature dyeing method, and thermosol dyeing method, and pad roll method, and pad steam method. So these are the methods are used to apply the dispersed dyes on polyester fabrics. So in normal dyeing method, dyeing takes place at 130 degrees Celsius. In carrier dyeing method, due to the use of carriers, the dyeing temperature is reduced below 100 degrees Celsius. So it is 80 to 100 degrees Celsius for as the dyeing temperature, and high temperature is 140 degrees Celsius. And thermosol is a different method. So without using water, they will dye the polyester fabric. So it is dyed at 180 to 220 degrees Celsius. And pad roll and pad steam is continuous dyeing methods. So in normal dyeing method, the dyeing starts at room temperature, and we have to raise the temperature to 60 degrees Celsius, and add dye and chemicals, and you keep it at 60 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes for addition of dyes and chemicals, and then raise the temperature to 90 degrees Celsius. Normally they keep 1 minute per Celsius, 1 degree per minute. So the rate of rise the temperature is 1 minute per 1 degree Celsius per minute, and then 92 at 90 degrees Celsius they will keep it for 120 minutes, and then drain the water. So this is for carriers. So addition of carriers. So if it is without carriers, you have to raise the temperature to 130 degrees Celsius and keep it for 60 to 120 minutes, and then lower the temperature or drain the bath. So this is dyeing of polyester. So this is high temperature, high pressure dyeing machines. So start at 68 degrees Celsius, addition of soap, addition of dyes and chemicals, and raise the temperature to 130 degrees Celsius at 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius per minute, and keep it for 60 to 120 minutes, and then drain the bath after reducing the temperature. So normally dispersed dyes are dyed on polyester fabric by lock and key method. That means the pore is occupied by dispersed dyes. So normally the pore size of the polyester fiber is very small, and whereas the dye particle size is bigger than the pore size. We have to reduce the particle size of the dye, or we have to increase the pore size to incorporate the dye into the fiber. So normally the second one, that means they will raise the pore size of the fiber by heating or swelling of the fibers. The swelling of polyester fiber will increase the pore size of the fiber, so that the dye can penetrate into the pore, and after penetration the dye gets locked by reducing the pore size by cooling. So after cooling, the pore size of the fiber is reduced, and the dye is locked in the pore, so that the dye cannot come out from the fiber. So in this method the dye gets locked, and it gives very good fastness properties. For increasing the pore size, we have to swell the fibers. So normally there are two methods used to swell the polyester fibers. One is temperature thermo method. That means to rise the temperature, swell the polyester fibers, or we can use some carriers chemical to swell the polyester fibers. Normally phenolic compounds are used as a carriers to swell the polyester fibers. By the use of carriers we can dye the polyester below 100 degrees Celsius, whereas if you are not using carriers we have to rise the temperature to 130 degrees Celsius to dye the polyester. And the thermosol is another important class of dyeing methods. So it is developed by DuPont company. So the polyester is padded with the dispersed dyes, placed dispersed dyes, and you have to iron the polyester fabric. So due to the temperature the polyester dispersed dyes are penetrated and color gets developed. So this is thermosol dyeing method. That means we have to pad the polyester dispersed dyes on polyester fabric and then heating. So either a hot roll or something curing, we have to do it. Advantages of thermosol dyeing: it is a continuous process, dye utilization is very excellent, no carriers are used, fabric processing in open with form, so there will not be any crease mark, and dyeing is not affected by previous heat setting process, and energy consumption is lower than the batch process, and no water is used. That means water consumption is very less. So these are the advantages of thermosol dyeing method. So we can use any one method to dye the polyester.